outside. We've had tools out an hour into it. These roads are just insane, you know, they're just insane. Just pulled over. Pulled over taking a break. This is a rigid lorry with all three big men. Believe me, there isn't room to fucking swing a fucking dental floss in here. About 8 hours on the road so far. But under, I don't know, 30 to go or something. Disaster. If you allot yourself time to get across Mongolia, you have to realise that the error bars on whatever duration you've picked are just going to be massive. This isn't like travelling in Europe or the United States or even South America, where you can kind of say, hey, it's 500 miles, and if I do 50 miles an hour, I'll be there in 10 or 11 hours. It just doesn't work like that. You have to battle your way across Mongolia. The land will throw obstacle after obstacle after obstacle. And then the machine you're driving, be it a motorbike, a truck, or a car, or a Land Rover, may not stand up to it. So you get the distance you have to get whenever Mongolia lets you. And it's as simple as that. And if the weather's bad, you could be in for a very long stay, so make sure you give yourself plenty of time to get across. This is one of the driest places in the world. I think this is part of the Gobi Desert. Just around here there's a massive swell of water for some reason, and the two boys are trying to figure out what's the best way to get through. It took us almost 4 hours to get through this section. I was starting to look at Genghis, which is what I'd nicknamed the driver, and he was looking extremely worried. I suppose it's slightly different. If you were on a kind of a motorcycle trip, you'd be looking at getting across. This is a kind of an adventure or whatever. But for him, this is his truck, this is his livelihood. He's relying on getting what he's got packed up in the back to Ulaanbaatar to make a living. So he's a lot more stressed out. And I suppose for selfish reasons, I was worried about, oh God, please don't say we have to turn back. So what he started to do was drive along the floodplain of this kind of small river that had formed in multiple sections on this flat plain. He initially tried left. That looked just way worse. And sometimes it would just, the dust would clear, and then immediately you would see, oh no, I can actually see a good bit up this road now, and this is just way too bad, I need to go back the other way. We went left, we went right, and the guys just stayed out there walking for about 30 minutes until they found a way. I was, I get out as well, took a walk around, tried to give them some tips of my own, but given that they didn't speak English and I'd know Mongolian, there wasn't a whole pile of use. But eventually what happened is the guys just went with the old-fashioned way, put the hammer down and just barreled through it. Some really sticky hands. nice one. On the road now, 12 hours, 22 minutes. Absolutely brilliant sand. There's been a dust storm blowing all day since we left. Basically since the sun came up, the wind hasn't stopped howling and dust filling the air everywhere, you know. So everything's just covered in dust. The driver here, he's incredible because what he's doing is he's navigating now, but he has no map, there's no compass, there's no GPS, there's no road signs, and then where we're driving right now, there's no even road markings, and he's still hitting all these towns and all that sort of stuff. And I know how he's doing it too, actually, though. It's like he's just using all of the sky stuff. Like last night, 3 or 4 times he turned off the lights completely, and I was just going, what the hell is he doing that for? And it's just to have a look and see where XYZ star was and all that sort of thing. So these guys know their shit inside and out. Now, like, think about it. There's nothing to tell you where you're going here. It's all about the sun, and we're headed for a town in an absolutely featureless landscape. Oh, and just to throw it in for good measure, there's loads of dust storms. I don't know how the hell he does it. Well, we're in Altai City. We finally got here. We're broke down, and it's an absolute tip, you know. The wind. The wind is shit. It's shit to be broke down. It's shit to be fucking in this wind and dust. You haven't seen a beat up town until you've seen a Mongolian beat up town. I can't believe, like, I have obsessed over that town for 4 days on the map, trying to get there. You know, Altai, can you take me to Altai? The bike road down Altai. Could I make it to Altai and fly out of Altai? You know what I mean? Or in Altai I'd be able to get a truck. And, you know, in my head it had taken on this kind of Atlantis type of proportions. And then you go through it and it's just a dust bowl. Scary, scary stuff. So at least we're past it now, we're on to the next one. So we've got 2 really bad stages now. The 2 next towns, they're about 300 kilometres apart each. 330 actually each. And then beyond that, then it should hit the asphalt. So things should start improving. But it'll mean we get to, on average, we're averaging about 20 kilometres an hour at the moment. 20. So still got well over 800 kilometres to do, so we got 40 hours left. Well, this part of Mongolia, absolutely nothing in it. I hope you can even hear me here, but ever since first light this morning, all it's been is flat and dusty, boring old shit. A terrible, terrible, terrible wind. That's one of the things about Mongolia. You just can't describe how windy it is the whole time. Like, you can't even fucking breathe in the kip, you know. Once you kind of hit the southwestern portion, southwest of the capital Ulaanbaatar, it's all just this bullshit, and everything beyond that then is all beautiful mountains. Like, look, see the wind just stopped there for a second. What's up with that, huh? Huh? What's up, wind? Just shy of the 23-hour mark on the road, and broke down again. Oh well, you know what? I haven't had a shower in 5 days. 5 days. Today will be 5 days. I'm manky from head to toe. My feet felt like a sewer. Here we go. Look at the landscape for the whole day travelling today. That's it. See that? The fact that I saw it from a truck, I'm not overly disappointed that they didn't do it on the bike, if you know what I mean. I don't feel that I've missed out on anything, you know, apart from the fact that I won't have done all the miles, but fuck it. I'll have taken a plane too. The sand and wind are fucking shit. Picking fucking sand out of everywhere. All the time. Sleeping in that fucking cab too. Like, it's 6 foot by 4 foot. Thereabouts, right? There's 3 of us in there, and the driver gets all the space because he's really the only one who needs it. Still don't know what the other couple does. All he does is fucking sleep, eat, and fucking piss, and take the odd fucking shite. You know what I mean? But so obviously the driver will get the fucking bed. I'll just balance on the fucking chair, waiting until he wakes up or stops snoring. Alright, lunch in the truck with the two boys. We're boiling a pot of water, the lads are eating bread and some of that ham stuff. They're trying to convince me it's pretty good. But I'm going to stick to the boiling water and the noodles. Can you hear the wind howling outside? It's absolutely howling. It's savage. It's absolutely savage. I mean, I kind of one of these things you just can't wait to end, you know. It's like, I'm like, anytime we seem to get up ahead of steam, we always seem to stop for some reason or another. Either one of them wants to kill or fucking to eat or shit or some whatever gas or something. At the fucking the gas, I still don't know what the other guy, the driver does something, but the other lad, I have no clue what he does. Pulled up with a couple of gears here. This is the Mongolian countryside equivalent of a roadside cafe. There's a couple of these places, they sell coffee or chai. You can just tip away at it and then you get back in your car, you know. That's the thing about Mongolia, you know, any of the stuff that you take for granted. Not sure it's stopping yet. Don't get me wrong, you can get petrol, there's no problem there. Like all the small towns have it. But you know, if I'm going to stop for a coffee or a tea or a sandwich or something like that, forget all that shit. You know what I mean? There's just none of that. Of course, there's restaurants and stuff like that, but of the ones which you'd go in without risking your ring, if you know what I mean, you know, they're normally just in the bigger towns. I couldn't get over just how tough the Mongolians were as a race. You know, if you think in the West, we've got, you know, lactose intolerant folks and people who can't eat wheat and people who can't eat that, and then if people eat this, they get that. In Mongolia, you eat what's available or you starve, and the people there are just so hardy. They're just so tough, and they need to be, because the weather conditions are just so horrific that unless you're really, really strong and really, really tough and kind of, I suppose, have been bred that way through the centuries, you're really, really going to struggle. This is by Anganor, but like, don't let it, you know, put you off. The beauty of Mongolia is not in its towns. It's out in its countryside and its people out there. You won't find much in the towns and cities, I don't think. Well, I haven't been to Ulaanbaatar, but any of the towns are a bit of a letdown. But I mean, outside in the country, that's where it's at. That's where it's all at. Yeah, Hashiu. Yeah. Ulaanbaatar. Ulaanbaatar. Well, we've said goodbye to Batu, so it's just me and Genghis for the remaining 650 kilometres to Ulaanbaatar. We've got 201 kilometres on gravel and mud and shit to Asgarid, but once we get to Asgarid, then it's asphalt the whole way, which is 450 kilometres from there. If you're coming to Mongolia, don't plan on spending any time in any towns or anything like that. Spend all your time out in the wilds and in the gears. That'll give you the real feel of it. This isn't it. So we're staying, well, we stopped at a kind of a yurt city, kind of a yurt settlement, I suppose. There's about 10 or 12 yurts here, and some of them put up some form of a display. I don't know how it is they know which one it is, and it means that
they're available to, you know, you can go and stay the night there and just pay them some money, I guess. But it's, you know, it's a family. It's in the yurt, like in that one there, there's the mother, the father, the daughter, and the kid, and they all have their own beds. But what happens is you go in there and you fucking spend the night. You know, you share the cot maybe with one of the kids or something like this. You know, it's all very Mongolian and all that sort of stuff, and I'm just not into that. I've stayed in the yurt now a bunch of times and all that sort of stuff, and that's fine. It's great. But I need my own cot, and the only time I'd share a cot with someone is either a mate, or obviously if it was a board, of course, then we know for a problem there. It's such a strange thing, you know. You walk in at one time, it's 10 o'clock at night, there's a family all dressing for bed, and the lads just pull up, get a cup of tea and jump into bed, whichever fucking free bed is there. It's so strange, you know. That's the river we had to cross last night. We're coming across here. You know what I mean? It doesn't look that deep there, I suppose, but it was like, you know, it was probably up to your hips or something like that. But those fucking Chinese trucks, they have a huge clearance at the bottom specifically for this stuff, you know. Man, I'm so filthy, it's unbelievable. Like, I'm into... That was me 8th night in Mongolia, you know, and I've had a shower one of those nights, and I'm just manky. And the thing is, my cleaning stuff is in the back of the truck, but I left it in the original place I stayed, but they threw it into the back, and that container got sealed then, so your man doesn't want to open it until he gets to where he's going, for obvious reasons, because, you know, the container's sealed, we need to check everything, blah blah blah. It means like if I got a packet of baby wipes in there, or, you know, like these fucking, yeah, I suppose baby wipes, moist wipes or whatever, and I killed her, you know, just sort of, give myself a wig wash, but I don't have any, so I'm fucking sitting here reeking of hell, or just change my socks, which are on me for 5 days. Oh, I swear to God. Just happened to give these folks a hand with their puncture, which is nice. You were supposed to be there in like kind of 30 and you're already at, you know, 37, 38. Most likely you won't get there till 50. It actually still qualifies as a delay or just a total decommit or something like that, you know. It's nice though, it's not windy. That's the great thing about Mongolia in the morning. The wind doesn't blow too hard. It's nice, it just feels lovely. The breeze is cold, but the sunshine is warm. That's the double whammy in Mongolia, hit you with that old one too. I've got 3 cold sores on my top lip and 2 on my bottom lip, and it's just all from, I guess, getting run down or whatever. And the nice thing is, I got myself 4 bottles of water for the trip, you know, 4 2-litre bottles. And what the guys do is they had 4-litre bottles too, right? And what they did was, when they used theirs, they fill them up in the jars with the local water, you know, which, because I wouldn't have the bacteria in my stomach, I'd just blow out an hourly if I drank it, right? So, what I found out, which is very nice, was that they were actually using my water and then topped it up with the other stuff. So I have no water, which isn't, you know, which isn't the local stuff, and I drank it last night. And had a kind of a ring of skiddy moment, let's just say that. Let's just say, trying to do, you know, a very serious crap, diarrhea type crap out in the middle of this flame with a gale blowing. Not my finest hour. So that tyre, which by the way should have been changed 50,000 miles ago, inside that tyre there's a bracket of plastic, an extra tube, kind of a part of your tube, and then the original tube which you've just repaired and pumped it up. But in the meantime, in your man's van, he had millions of bolts, and he's fixing our front light for us now. In the meantime, then this truck is after shouting up to see if he could have I can guarantee you, these 2 or 3 trucks coming over the horizon will all stop. Doesn't matter, there's a problem on the road, everybody stops. Even if it's just an opportunity to just get out and say hello. Hey, how's it going? Are you well? It's a great place, it really is. Like, there's something very wholesome about it. 4 trucks and about 10 people all stopped to help this person with the puncture. You wouldn't see it in Ireland, that's a fact. Doing some form of a repair there. It's just another little small town in Mongolia, I suppose. We were 80 kilometres beyond where we were the last time I talked. But one thing I'd say is that, you know, these places, the towns are very, very depressing. Like, I mean, they are depressing. You know, the kids, well, they look like they're in good health, you know what I mean? I mean, they're not thin or anything like that. You know what I mean? They're all running around, they're filthy and not runny noses and all that sort of stuff. It's quite depressing, you know what I mean? There you are, you know, look. There's the driver, right? He's welding now, you know. Like, this guy can do anything between, like, getting here, no maps, no compasses, no GPS. He's fixed this thing about 20 times along the way. And now he's welding. Like, welding is a, you know, is a kind of a profession in itself, sort of thing. These boys can do anything. They're incredible. I suppose you need to, you know. They have to be self-sufficient. Here's my buddy. It's the Mongolian version of a 5-lane highway. Just 5 dirt tracks. 5 dirt tracks. Right beside each other, all running through this valley. It's spectacular to see, and the scenery here is fantastic too. Beautiful sunset. Ceremonial blowing of the trumpets here. To get going. We won't make it today either. It'll be tomorrow morning. Yeah! Some shopping. The big thing I'll be having in about 10 minutes is my roadside shower. Yes. If anybody finds those wipes at, you know, in a week or 2 or something like that, they'll think they just found weapons of mass destruction in Mongolia. Alright, we're 51 hours into this thing now at this stage, and I have never been so beat in my entire fucking life. I'm so tired, it's unbelievable. I just want to go and sleep for a fucking week. Daylight, and what I supremely hope is the last day. As they say, Ulaanbaatar beckons. It's 5:30 AM. And we stopped for 2 hours. Like, Cengiz stayed in the cab, and I went into this jar for 2 hours. It's just the coldest chair I've ever been in my life. It's a woman full of kids in there. I swear to God, I had nothing but pity for her. Nothing but pity. Because I wore my 2 fleece tops and I had a sleeping bag, and it was still fucking freezing in there. Hey, didn't see you on how much fucking junk you get in there, man? How you doing? Nah, to do stuff. Yes! All the tubes he has are all in fucking bits. 20 fucking patches on every one of them, you know? Like, they keep reusing stuff here until it's absolutely, completely and utterly useless, you know? Like the bite at the moment. Anyway, we found a tube that works. It's doing, you know, the menial layer. I've got that really hard job here. The really, really hard job. I'm in charge of
holding the tube. See? Class act, you know. You gotta get the right man in the right position, you know. Key man, the key role. That's all of it. I wouldn't have thought it was possible. On our third puncture of the day. Third. Only 100 miles from Ulaanbaatar too. And if it all happened since we got on the asphalt. Hanging around these guys makes you feel like a little baby girl. You know what I mean? Like, I used to think I was quite manly, you know what I mean? Now hanging around these guys, like, man's pulling off tires, belting stuff with crowbars, fucking pulling apart tubes, digging holes for this lump of wood to, you know, prop the truck up on. All of this he's doing with this massive burn he got in his hand when he was fixing the engine the other night, you know. I mean, the burn is the size of a mobile phone, it's massive. So the cunt is probably in agony while he's doing all this stuff, you know. I mean, you just feel like a little daffodil, you know. Oh, I broke a nail. Oh, my hands are all dirty. I can't poo outside because I don't have any, you know, moist baby wipes with me. You know, no pre-saturated wipes. You know, none of these, they just go over there and park it. These guys are hardcore, like they're real men, you know what I mean? There's almost no trees in Mongolia. In fact, I don't even remember seeing one. I've seen one or two bushes and that's it. Here's why. Ready for this? Damn, just want to get it.
We were just finishing up fixing our third puncture, or should I say Genghis was just finished up fixing his third puncture when this lad came along and he gave him a dig out fixing it up. And next thing, he, from the cab of his own truck, brought over what looked like an entire sheep which was cooked and chopped up and put in a bag. And we started splitting it in the cab of the truck and kind of had a really nice lunch out there in the road.
Is it lamb? Lamb?
Huh?
Lamb? Is it lamb? Let's go. Where you go?
خوني مخ خوني مخ بدأت تصير
So we're about 100 kilometers outside Ulaanbaatar here at the moment, and you can see that the choice of roads you can take through this way are savage. Like just over there you can probably make out at least 2 or 3. There's the one we're on, and out beyond us here there's another 2 or 3. So what happens is these trails evolve as the weather gets bad. So if it's wet, for instance, Genghis here is telling me that the weather, this place just turns into an absolute swamp and no one can get through it at all. And we're only about 20 kilometers outside Ulaanbaatar. You can see this workhorse hates the hills, absolutely hates them. You walk up this hill quicker. Believe it or not, that was the easy part, just done there now all that time. Now we're going to get to Ulaanbaatar, find a way to get the bike off the truck. I'm going to get the bike off the truck. It's not running, I'm going to get it somewhere safe. Then get checked into a hotel, move on and stuff. Then go talk to BMW and see if we can get the parts here. So we'll see what happens from there. This is where the hard stuff starts though.